Hello, I'm going to show you how to page up your Find drawings in Adobe Illustrator. So here goes. I've opened Illustrator in the computer rooms of the Allen Lab. So you can either go upstairs to Allen Lab 125 or downstairs to the bigger room, whichever's free. So open up Illustrator, which I've already done, and you will have on Blackboard, you will find there's a PDF and a .ai version of this file. I'm going to open the .ai, which stands for Adobe Illustrator version, and it's called Illustration AR2F14 Find Drawing Template, and the little symbol for Adobe Illustrator looks like this. Open. Good, so here is your template, and I'm going to zoom in. Your screen will look probably a bit different from this. I've got two screens, so I'm just moving my toolbars. This is the main toolbar for Illustrator. I'm going to move it to the left, and there are other toolbars. There's layers here, which I'm wobbling about, so I'm just going to make that part of this sequence of toolbars. And what else have we got? We've got the align tools and the links palette. So you might encounter those, you might not. Here's the layers. So I'm going to zoom in on my page. If you press Ctrl and 0 simultaneously, thus, you will get the whole screen, the whole page on your screen. That is a shortcut, which I'm telling you, but you can also go to various viewing points in Illustrator by clicking on View, and then you can go to Fit All in Window or Actual Size. That's apparently an A4 page, but I think it's slightly smaller. View and Fit Artboard in Window, which is what I did before. So you can also zoom in and out with this zoom tool here. And if I just zoom in on the instructions, you can read. So we are going to place our photoshopped illustrations, which I showed you on the previous video, how to Photoshop them to make them look beautiful. This tool here, this is the move tool, selection tool. This is how we select things. And just to show you, I can select this text. All the notes are on one layer. This is the layers palette. I can turn the notes off when I've finished. So these are just to help you. I've just seen that this scale bar that I've got on the side of the page is on the wrong layer. This is on the notes layer, so I'm just going to put it on the scale bars layer so it makes more sense. And that's how you move things from one layer to another, by the way. But you probably don't need to know any of this. All you want to do is to know how to place images on a page and reduce their scale. So I'm going to move across the page by pressing down and holding the space bar on my keyboard, and you get the little hand tool pop up. This is a quick way of moving about on the page, and it's activated for only as long as you press and hold the space bar on the keyboard. But it also is the same as this. So that's another way of panning around the page. Right, so inserting your scans is done by File and Place. I'm going to click on to the layer called Scans of, now what's it called? Scans of Finds. Then I go to File, as it tells me, and Place, File Place. It's a bit like Insert Picture in Word. Then I navigate to where my scans live. So I've saved some in an examples page. These are ones that were done for various projects over the years, and I just want to see what I've got. Okay, so I've got now then, there's a complete find drawing of a little artifact. File Place, there you go. It's a tiny artifact because this is currently at a scale of 2:1. Therefore, what does it tell me to do next? Reduce scale of scan. Select scan. Okay, I've selected the scan with this little black arrow. And right click. I just did that. Then transform and scale. And I'm typing in 50 in the uniform. The uniform is default. That means it's going to scale down exponentially. That's not the right word, but it's not going to squash itself when I scale it. And there it is, a tiny little bead. So, find identification label. Well, this is some text that I've inserted earlier. It's in the right kind of font. It is in Arial 8 point. This is the preferred font that I would like you to use because it's pretty standard. It's nothing fancy, it's just plain nice font. And here I will type in what it is. So it's let's say it's a bead, and any other information from Meroe, Sudan. What else do I know about it? Stone, it's made of stone. This cursor here is a text tool. So if you edit the text, you have to get this cursor up. I'm going to insert the cursor behind bead, backspace, and write stone bead from Meroe. Meroe should have a capital letter. It's the name of a place. And I've lost some of my text, but it's hiding behind this little red button. So if I just get the black arrow tool, selection tool, sometimes I press keyboard shortcuts automatically because I've been using this program for years without realizing I've done it. So if you press V when you're not in the type mode, otherwise it will type the letter V. That's a quick way of getting to the selection tool. Okay, I'm just going to position that above there. Okay, and now I'm going to place another picture. File, place. And I'm going to choose this. Place. So this is, actually this is also from Meroe in Sudan. I did it for a lecturer who left about 2 years ago. I've inked out the outline, but the interior is actually finished in pencil, which isn't what you're going to do. You're going to ink it all up. Anyway, right click or go to Object, Transform, Scale. It's the same. It's set to 50, which is what I did last. Say OK and place it on the page. I'm going to cough, sorry, hang on. Sorry about that. Right, it's a little tiny tile. And now File, Place. What I'm going to place now? This thing here, Place. It's another bead. And right click, Object, Transform, Scale, 50, OK, there we go. And lastly, you will be placing your pot drawing. I don't have a pot drawing here, but I'm going to put something else there. File, Place, and I'm going to put that bead in there. Right click, Transform, Scale, 50. Now all these things that I'm scaling down to 50% by 50%, that is making them become back to a scale of 1:1, because you having your drawings up at 2:1. It says here, small fine should be shown at 1:1 unless it is large, like a horseshoe, then at 1:2. Although I happen to know that one of you is inking up a horseshoe at 2:1, but that's fine. Okay, and then pot will be shown at 1:2, unless it's a large pot, then 1:4. So if I'm going to pretend one of these is a pot, I'll delete that and I'll place that again, just for argument's sake. File, place. Let's place the tile. Okay, and you've inked up your pot. Let's pretend this is a pot. You've inked it up at 1 to 1, and you're going to show it at 1 to 2. So just like the other drawings, you transform the scale by 50%. And that artifact there, let's pretend that's at 1 to 2. Okay, so type in what these fines are. This is also from Meroe, and it is a ceramic tile glazed with turquoise. Is that how you spell turquoise? Never mind. Glaze. And if you have more to add, like with your pots, I know that I've asked you to describe the fabric and if it's coated in a slip or something. So put everything you have, also the small fines number. This is find 518. Insert 518. And I checked that because I'd saved the name of the file by its find number. This is find number 486, so I'm going to insert there, no, there, 486, and I've lost that bit of text, just expand it there. So I took the corner and I pulled it over, and these are paragraph boxes, so that means that I can make them into multiple lined text. Okay, double click on that and just call it stone bead. And I would like you to be a bit more extensive on your descriptions, but I realise I'm being a bit slow and I need to speed things up. So anyway, this is a bead 2, ceramic bead. Oops, can't spell. Ceramic bead. Okay. Also, I have here some tiny text that I don't want on here, and I don't want you to have it on here too. So either. So you will have removed stuff like this in Photoshop, which I showed you in the previous tutorial. But what I can do is just cover this up with a white square. So I'm going to go to my rectangle tool, which is there, click and drag a box, and it's showing me it's got a red fill, but I want it to have a white fill, and it's not covering up the text because of the layers. So I've clicked back on the layers palette. Oh, where's it gone? Uh-oh, there it is. That's the layers symbol. And these layers order in the sequence, you know, if you've got one thing on top of another, this is the way they work. So if I drag that little blue up to layer 1, then that is covering the number. I'm now pressing the space bar. I'm navigating to my other drawings. I can't find them. There they are. I want to cover up 518. You won't need to do this hopefully because you'll have removed this stuff in Photoshop. And lastly, not lastly, there's another one as well. Cover that one up. I'm panning across with the panning tool, cover that one up. Okay, so now press Ctrl and 0. That shows me the whole page. Caption. I'm going to double click on the word caption. And what shall I call it? Finds illustration examples from Meroe, Sudan. So don't write what I just wrote. Write something relevant, but under each of these, write a little bit of information about the finds. Okay, my phone's ringing. Can you hear it? Now I'm going to turn that off, that notes layer. Thus, I'm going to get my scale bars, which I've prepared for you earlier. Here's a 1-to-1 scale bar, and that goes under all of them apart from this one, which is at 1 to 2, so I take that scale bar and I put it there. And that's basically it. It's not too bad, is it? And then what you do is you go File, Save As, save it where you want to save it. And you need to save it as a PDF, portable document format. A PDF is something that anyone can open. And it also is a kind of native Illustrator file. You can have your settings in when you do this save to preserve Illustrator editing capabilities, and that means that I could open your file in Illustrator and I could see how you've layered it, and I could see everything else as well. But also it means that you see it's opening in Acrobat, which is what you would see yours in, and there you are. And then you can attach that PDF into a document and upload it to Blackboard. And I think that is that. So hopefully that's been useful and not confusing. And I keep going up and down. Hopefully that's not making you feel sick. Any questions, then send me an email. Okay, bye.